This is The Scoop for Monday.
I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines. The Trump administration has halted the firings of hundreds of federal employees who were tasked with working on the nation's nuclear weapons programs. The move has left workers confused and experts cautioning that DOGE's blind cost cutting will put communities at risk. 3 U.S. officials said up to 350 employees at the National Nuclear Security Administration were abruptly laid off late Thursday. One of the hardest hit offices was the Pantex plant in Texas, which employs those with a truly dangerous job reassembling nuclear warheads. By late Friday night, the agency's acting director, Teresa Robbins, issued a memo rescinding the firings for all but 28. After Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton pounded Florida's Gulf Coast last year, the Federal Emergency Management Agency is borrowing $2 billion to pay National Flood Insurance Program claims. FEMA, which manages the flood insurance program, said the 2 hurricanes have led to more than 78,000 claims, which estimated losses possibly topping $10 billion. FEMA is able to borrow money from the U.S. Treasury to pay claims. It estimated losses could be as high as $2.9 billion. FEMA has $30.4 billion in borrowing authority to pay claims and had borrowed $20.5 billion after Hurricane Katrina in 2005, Hurricane Sandy in 2012, and Hurricane Harvey in 2017, the agency news release said. One of the rarest butterflies in the country, the Schaus's swallowtail butterfly, is benefiting from an event that many people dread. WMNF's Chris Young reports on a new study from the Florida Museum of Natural History that shows hurricanes have positive impacts on butterflies.
Jarrett Daniels is a curator at the Florida Museum of Natural History. He says the Schaus swallowtail butterfly benefits because the storms open up the canopy in the butterfly's habitat.
That allows sun to penetrate to the forest floor, creates sort of an abundance of new growth of the host plants of the butterfly, and also enables sort of nectar resources to sort of proliferate.
That's good news for the endangered butterfly. It's native to South Florida and occurs exclusively on conservation lands. Sarah Steele Cabrera is a PhD candidate at the University of Florida. She and others made the discovery after combing through 35 years of data. Cabrera says the findings are exciting.
This is perhaps a call to look at it from a non-human centered perspective, that the plants, other animals, everything in this system really is adapted for hurricanes.
Cabrera and Daniels say their goal is to protect and grow the endangered butterfly. Chris Young, WMNF News.
A forum featuring descendants of 6 former U.S. presidents, including grandsons of Jimmy Carter and Harry Truman, highlighted President's Day weekend at the Harry S. Truman Little White House in Key West. James Earl Carter IV, Clifton Truman Daniel, and other descendants discussed the importance of historical preservation related to presidencies during the forum at the Little White House, now Florida's only presidential museum. The sprawling residence was Truman's refuge for 11 working vacations during his 1945 to 53 administration, and later welcomed Jimmy and Rosalind Carter and their family. The forum also featured Mary Jean Eisenhower, granddaughter of Dwight D. Eisenhower, Tweed Roosevelt, great-grandson of Franklin D. Roosevelt, Ulysses Grant Dietz, the great-great-grandson of Ulysses S. Grant, and Massey McKinley, the great-great-grandson of Grover Cleveland. Carter shared that after his grandfather's passing on December 29th, the outpouring of condolences and thanks for his grandfather's work on humanitarian issues has been incredible.
We've gotten messages from all around the world, from obviously world leaders as well as former world leaders that he may have known from all of his travels after his presidency, but also just random citizens from all around the world talking about how much he meant to them.
President Carter died at age 100, making him the longest-lived U.S. president. His grandson shared that well into his 90s, the family referred to the former president as Mr. Action for his nonstop work on human rights causes and projects. The work stopped, though, for the annual extended family vacations.
We all got to catch up every year and spend time with my grandparents and things. They were so busy that during the rest of the year, you had to make an appointment to be able to see them.
The forum is the largest gathering of presidential descendants on President's Day weekend in the United States. Today will be sunny with highs in the low 70s. Tonight will be clear with lows in the lower 50s. Partly cloudy weather expected tomorrow with highs around 76. I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.